All right, good morning. Day 21 March Madness. Handling the we're not sure about your company objection. This is very interesting because just this morning, I woke up to a roofer in a group asking about us. He wasn't sure about our company. So he went to the interweb and asked people like, hey, what is this big deal about Improvify and what they do? And he's getting some pretty honest feedback in there on why we're different and why we charge a fee and how we're different than the free lending things out there, which are also really good lenders and good lending platforms. The problem with free is this. There's a reason why they're free. If you were a roofer and you were selling a roof, and you started bringing down the value of what you offer, then your roofing systems probably aren't as good as what you could offer. So if you're a GAF dealer in Illinois and your customer's like, well, geez, I don't want a good roof. And you're like, well, sir, we're a GAF roofer. We are the best in the industry. Well, I don't want a good roof. I want a cheap roof. That roofer that's asking about Improvify would have to go out there and start ripping off the good product and putting some lesser cheap product, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense. So number one, we're not sure about working with your company. How do we handle it? Well, we go straight at it. What the owner may be thinking about your business. Let's tackle this and understand the objection and obstacle. We don't know enough about your company to feel comfortable about moving forward. And this is your fantastic opportunity to sell the value stack selling system, explaining why your company, your roofing company in Illinois, is way different than the other roofing companies that they can go with that are probably cheaper, and why they should pay you maybe more for the roof. Now, when we say pay more, this is when the beautiful part of financing kicks in. If you're offering the financing solution at the point of sale up front, through your consumer credit center, this is when you have the opportunity to sell the promo, to sell the value, to sell the low monthly payment options. So they're not concentrating on the $20,000 ticket. They're concentrating on 18 months same as cash or $160 per month. So you have to educate them about your company and make them feel comfortable about moving forward. I've had bad experience with contractors before, and I don't want to risk it. Understand, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a lot of our customers feel the same way. Can you tell me more? Can you tell me what happened? Now, when they start to tell you about their bad experience with the contractor and the roof or the siding or the air conditioner or the flooring or the kitchen and bath project, you go back to your value stack selling system to explain to them how you're different and why they're not going to have that bad experience. Communication, value, the warranty, how we show up, how we clean your yard, how we do the magnet thing to pick up the nails at the end. I want to research your company before deciding. Absolutely. We appreciate that. Matter of fact, I've done a lot of the homework for you. Here's our reviews. Here's all the projects that we've done in this zip code. Drive by the homes and look at those beautiful roofs. Handle it up front. How do I know you're good at the job and stand by your work? Testimonials, video testimonials, VSLs, the interviews that you're asking, the reviews. Maybe like Rodney Webb talks about, have 3 people that they can actually call and ask how you did. Once you get over this objection and obstacle and you've established value, you're probably pretty good at this point. Homeowners hesitate because, and what it really means, they don't fully trust or know your company yet. I get that. We have over 5,000 members now nationally that are using our platform. I'm still not as big as Wells Fargo and Synchrony and EnerBank and Truist Bank and some of these guys. So we're different. So I got to explain to contractors how and why we're different, which is fantastic. It gives me the opportunity to establish my value, just like when someone hires you as a roofer. They may have had a bad experience with past contractors. Ask them, break it down. Tell them why you're different. They feel overwhelmed by the decision and need more reassurance. Buying a roof is overwhelming. Buying an air conditioner is overwhelming. Nobody wants to go out and buy a roof, or they want to buy an air conditioner. They usually have to. And if the insurance isn't covering it, then maybe it's the deductible and the difference in between on the scope. They feel overwhelmed and they need more reassurance. They need to see proof of the reputation in your track record. There you go. You got it. It all comes down to trust. Chuck Tukey and I were chatting last week, and he's like, there are no true objections and obstacles anymore, Chris. It's all about trust. It really is. Once you've gained the trust of the homeowner, it doesn't matter sometimes what your price is. If you're worth paying for it, they'll go with you. But it's your job to explain to them on the why. Okay. The trust and credibility advantage, the key talking points. As we do finance angles in all of our training, social proof and reputation. We've helped X number of homeowners in the specific zip code. Always try to tie it to a 5-mile radius. Remember 5 Mile Famous with Joe Hughes over at Contractor Dynamics? And here's our 5 stating on Google, and here's our Facebook, and here's why people like us. And your sales reps should be showing this stuff. Remember in our training that we do in go-to-market strategies, show, tell, and sell. Guarantees and warranties. We back up what we do with our comprehensive warranty, and here's what's included. You remember the story I told you a few weeks ago about me buying tires? Big O, we're selling them for $1,500, and the place right up the street was $1,750 for the exact same tire. I paid more. Why? Because they gave me a warranty and a guarantee and roadside assistance and free replacement. The value stack selling system that they used was on their warranty. It was the same BF Goodrich tire for my GMC 2500. It was the same tire. They were $250 more. Why were they more? Why did they cost more? Because the value stack selling system that they built with the warranty and the guarantee, I was sold. I paid more. I didn't care because it made sense to pay more. Licensing and insurance and certificates, we know all this. Make sure you're showing it on your website because people like to see it. They don't know what it means. They don't even know what BBB is. BBB is pay for play, so stay away from that. But they think that they can trust BBB. They can trust Google reviews. Oh, God, hopefully they're not going to Yelp because Yelp is just horrible. Showcase your financing transparency. I believe in transparency. I train my contractors on how to build in proper margins and dealer fees so they can sell more. So provide details, estimates up front, no hidden cost. Make sure that you're lending when they go to your consumer credit center as a soft credit pull. If they want a secured loan through Improvify, show them what the rate and the term is through the secured loan and let the buyer decide between the two. Be transparent about everything, even when we have to take them to our Buy Deeper lending solution, the one that goes to $550. You may have to take that $10,000 contract and throw it away. You may have to reprice it because they have a 551 credit score, subprime. They weren't going to get approved anywhere. And you don't pay for dealer fees, the consumer does. So you have to build it into your pricing. I love this stuff. Proven scripts. Now remember, as always, in all of our March Madness training that we're doing for you that are all located here in school, take the framework, take the scripts and adjust it to your sales process. This is simply the framework that I've built for you. The social proof approach. I completely understand wanting to make you feel confident about this particular roof purchase. Many of our clients feel the same way, feel, felt, and found. This is why we're very proud of our excellent reviews and our testimonials and all the things that you're showing them. Would it be helpful to see what other homeowners have said about us? Here's 3 videos. This sales process completely eliminates this overcoming the objection. The warranty and the guarantee. I just talked about that in the tire business. You should have some type of a warranty. We have a warranty at Improvify. If we haven't hit the value expectations, if we haven't hit the funding, our quarterly reports that we give you on your funding activities, if we're not moving the needle and making you money at the end of the year, you get your money back. No other lender does that. Well, most of the lenders don't charge for consulting fees either. We do because we understand our value stack on what we offer our contractors is like this. But you can go over to a competing lender and get a rate sheet. It's cute. I've worked there. I've been in this industry since 93. I know how this works. Licensing and insurance approach, the transparency approach. We understand that trust is everything. When making this kind of investment in your home, that's why we provide a detailed breakdown of pricing and financing, opportunities and warranties. We're completely transparent in everything we do. That's why we have a consumer credit center. We're going to help you with affordability. Whether you're looking for an 18-month same as cash, whether you're looking for a 2 to 20 year with low monthly payment option with no prepay, or Mr. or Mrs. Smith, if you'd like our secured loan, we can price it all out for you right now so you can make a better buying decision. This is how you help overcome the we're not sure about your company objection. Perfect timing. Day 21, March Madness. We're kicking butt here. I've promised you 25 days of training inside of school, and you're getting it. There's 4 more days left. I'm super excited to finish this out. Have a blessed day. Tomorrow's training is we're not ready to make a decision today. But when will you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? That is the question.